Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the Rockman Power Hour. I am so happy to be joining you today on this Friday for a bonus episode of the Rockman Power Hour. Listen, let's face it, okay? There are very, very few people that have marked popular culture the way that this guy has. And if it wasn't for this guy, there would be a lot of people that wouldn't have laughed as hard as they did. And there would be a lot of people that probably wouldn't have broken as many bones as they did. And that gentleman I'm talking about, of course, is none other than Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville is an absolute legend in pop culture, and it's because he started a little show called Jackass. Now, Jackass has been going for a long time now. And let's face it, these guys are getting up in age, but they have gotten together for another Jackass movie. It's called Jackass Forever, and it opens everywhere in theaters today. And I got the opportunity to talk with Johnny Knoxville himself. And let me tell you, when you get an opportunity to talk to a guy like that, you do not pass it up. So I'm very, very excited to bring that conversation to you today. Now, before we get to talk to Johnny, I want to just give you a little bit of a background history on my experiences with Jackass. Now, I remember seeing Jackass for the first time on MTV and just being completely enamored with the whole thing. I love the idea of extreme sports guys just doing stupid stuff to get laughs and to make each other laugh. And the thing that I always loved about this group of misfits was that they seemed to be having the time of their lives. And it was just about having a blast. It wasn't about anything else than making each other laugh and having fun. And there was always this camaraderie with all the stupid things that they did that just made you feel like you belonged and you were part of that journey. And the thing with the Jackass phenomenon, a lot of people might not remember it, but it was that place where you could feel you fit in when you watched it. They seemed like they accepted anyone. And these were a group of people that probably wouldn't necessarily go out into the real world and be super successful doing what they were doing. They were guys that, yes, they were very successful in extreme sports and doing other things, but doing the kind of things that they wanted to do together, it seemed like it would be something that a lot of people would say, pass. I don't want to be involved with that, pass. And I'm sure that was the story with these guys, but man, did they go out there on their own and make their mark and have become legends. And Johnny and Knoxville and the entire crew are back for Jackass Forever. I really, really enjoyed Jackass from the get-go, like I mentioned. And I remember when I moved to California in 1999, Jackass was at the fever pitch of its popularity. And I remember seeing Johnny Knoxville driving on Melrose Avenue in a pink convertible Cadillac, and me thinking that was just the coolest thing ever. There's no doubt that what they do is crazy. What they do isn't for everyone, but they're good at what they do. And nobody does it like they do. That's for sure. There's been some tough times for the Jackass crew over the years. They've lost people. There've been some people that have really, really hurt themselves. But at the end of the day, they're a very strong family that have stayed together and have given people a fourth film, Jackass Forever, which is really, really, really fucking funny. It's, if you think you've seen everything with Jackass, you definitely haven't. From the cinematic opening of this movie to every stunt that they're doing, they're hilarious. It's everything you would expect from a Jackass movie and more. There's new additions to the Jackass crew. Yes, of course, that, the thing that's been on everybody's lips is the fact that Bam Margera is not there, but we get a lot in this movie, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. Again, I mentioned it when Johnny and I chatted. This is exactly what I think people needed. I think people needed something that was going to make them laugh, that was going to get their minds off the state of the world right now. And Jackass comes along at the perfect time to just get our minds off things and make us laugh. So I'm super excited to have this gentleman joining us on the Rockman Power Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Knoxville. Hey man, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Dude, I got to tell you something, okay? As soon as that movie starts and you say, I'm Johnny Knoxville, welcome to Jackass, it was like meeting old friends again. And it was just exactly what I needed after this 2 years of just utter crap.
Well, thank you. That's great to hear. And yeah, I think the world needs a laugh right now, and Jackass hopefully will supply that.
It supplied it in droves for me. I mean, I was on the couch, and I was lucky enough to watch it at home. My wife kept walking by and saying, "Oh no, what did they do with that cup? Oh, turn this off." So obviously, I'm 51, but man, I look what I got behind me. Like, I'm a big kid, and it just brought me back to being a kid again. And it was just nice. So thank you for doing that. I know you put yourself in harm's way to do this stuff, all of you guys, but it just seems like you guys are still having a blast.
It's so much fun. Nothing is as fun as making a Jackass film. So yeah, it was more fun than ever.
Obviously you had challenges with this one, and I know you mentioned it a couple of times in the movie, and then especially the credits, you had a COVID team that helped keep things somewhat safe. But I mean, come on, what does COVID have on some of the stuff you guys are doing?
Well, it's, we were shooting the most dangerous film you can make in the safest way possible.
Right.
Wear the mask until you got to the bull ring, take it off, get smoked by the bull, get taken away in the ambulance, but got your mask back on before you get in the ambulance.
I know that this team has been a solid team together. You seem to have some really cool new additions to this team too. How do you enlist someone to become part of Jackass? What do they got to go through? Like, how do you hold auditions? Like, how do you do that?
Well, first of all, we reached out to most people we knew.
Right.
Jasper Dolphin, we knew. Eric Monaco, we knew. Steve O had shot with Zach Holmes before. For Rachel Wolfson, I was a fan of her Instagram. And, our producer recommended Poopies. And at the end of the day, we brought each person in to talk to them. And we have to enjoy hanging out with them is the main thing. Yeah. Because the camaraderie is very important on Jackass. So we did a 2-day test in December of 2019.
Yeah.
And just shot it like a film. And some of it ended up in the film. So we tested the new cast, and we also tested ourselves to see, is it going to feel sweaty? Because we're like almost 50 now. And is it going to feel weird? But it didn't. It felt just as good as always. So yeah. we did a little test. Spike Jonze suggested it, and he was like, we got to test. And after the test, we're like, it's on.
And I mean, the opening of this movie is so cinematic and so silly at the same time. You guys, there's a level of closeness in this cast. I think that's safe to say, right?
Oh my God, we're family. We're a great big dysfunctional family. Even the new cast, they fit right in, and they became part of the family, whether they liked it or not. But I think they liked it. We all really get along.
Yeah, I got it. Again, man, I think this is something the world really, really needed right now. Just lastly, the bull. I mean, you recreated the bull stunt. It seemed like you really took a tough one on that. How are you feeling? Are you feeling okay?
I'm fully recovered by now. I'm fully recovered. So, but yeah, that was the worst bull hit I'd ever taken. I was in the hospital the weekend after that one.
Well, Johnny, thank you so much for taking the time today. Again, congratulations. Thank you. It's just like, it's like seeing old friends, and it's like putting on a warm blanket watching a Jackass.
Thank you. That means a lot. Appreciate it.
A warm piss-stained blanket, but a warm blanket nonetheless.
That's fair.
Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
And there you have it. Our conversation with Johnny Knoxville, short but sweet. And I got to tell you, personally, a dream come true for me. I never thought I would get a chance to sit down with Johnny Knoxville. And yeah, it's something special, and hope you enjoyed it. Please remember, if you are watching the Rockman Power Hour on YouTube, just click the like button, subscribe, and you'll never miss an episode. Also, if you're listening to us on a streaming platform, do the same thing. Like it, share it, get it out to whoever you think will enjoy it, because we are enjoying doing it. I want to thank everybody involved with the Rockman Power Hour. My co-host Ryan Stick, who's not with me today, but will be joining me on Monday for a very special episode with Slash, yes, that Slash, and Ron English. How does that make sense? Well, you'll find out on Monday. And I also want to thank our producer, Julia Kedzierski, and everyone else involved with the Rockman Power Hour. This is a blast to do, and it's a blast to bring it to you every week. Thank you for having this bonus episode on your ears and in your eyes. And again, thank you to Johnny Knoxville and Paramount for allowing us to chat with Johnny, and for Johnny to chat with us, and for me to feel like a big, stupid kid again. Have a great one. We'll see you soon.